I think we arrived at the good spot to test out this tripod by Neewer by taking some night landscape of Korea. Welcome into the video. I will adjust it. It's not the easiest way to put it, but once it's locked in place, it must be pretty good. Alright, it looks like this tripod can go anywhere. I really like those cars there, like there is the sun shining against it, which creates like little bright dot in the landscape. So of course we have all the pollution that Korea offers us, but we're gonna deal with it. The thing is that I don't want the car to be blurred in the pictures, so I will not take a long exposure with that. But it should be great like this. Let's see the histogram. Alright, should be good like this. Let's take a picture. I just like that you can take it anywhere with you. It doesn't bother you, it's like pretty light, very compact. It doesn't bother you when you want to go around, take your pictures, because I will just record for you here with my camera and show you just right here. It's not the easiest way to go, but the view is totally worth it. Wow, very cool. This ball head might not be the best for every situation, but if you want something very easy to use during your pictures and not bother about getting things complicating during your shoot, it's really something that is very nice to have. But for example here, with the angle that I have with my tripod, it can always be changed, but I'm easily like blocked and I cannot go way lower. So I'm gonna have to put the tripod a little bit more like this, and then I will have more space to get it lower and I have everything I want in my picture. That's why I think for me this tripod is not the best for every situation that you will have, but it's probably the best compact that you can bring with you if you want something that can do barely everything in every situation without taking too much space in your bag, etc. And I think that's really the purpose of this. And you saw it with other brands that had the same design. This has been inspired from another brand that you know, and they did it in a very good way, and of course cheaper, so it's good for us. It feels like pretty sturdy when you have it in hand, and I think that the feeling you want when you get a tripod. If you have something that, like we say in French, branle ballon, it's not a good point for your tripod. Its versatility is probably its strongest point, for sure. And that's what I like about it, and that's what fits the best for my usage. Every time you get something for your camera, it can be like just the camera, the lens, or any other stuff, you have to think about your usage first. There is not like a magic tool that can do everything, so you have to see and understand what's the best for you at first. And for me, this is probably the one I will use the most for most of my usage. Let's stop talking and maybe we should take a few pictures before the sun is leaving behind the pollution of Seoul. And China, there's China behind there, right? Yeah. Okay. Oh, by the way, since you are looking at it, also through my view here, Romain, check out his video. He has pretty nice, if you want to learn about photography in nature and his point of view about photography, it's a very good channel that you're gonna have to check it out. And if you want to visit Korea and you speak French, you should ask Brian just here. He will make you visit Seoul in beautiful places. you are probably wondering what is this specific thing that I'm talking about in the title of the video. That's the central column. That's exactly the reason why I accepted this collaboration with Neewer. First, because they let me say anything I want on their stuff and I'm very happy with it, but also because I was looking for a tripod with different brands and I never had exactly the one I wanted. There is other brands that make like very compact tripod made for traveling, etc., and they have a fixed central column attached to the tripod, and I hate this because I want something that I can use in every condition. And most of my pictures that I was doing when I used to take landscape photography, which is not that often, but it's to not have this little piece. And there's 2 points that I really like about it is that you can change it to have just a short one which will not bother you, or you can have as well the long one and just unscrew the long one when you don't need it and just put it on the side and it will not bother you. So you don't have to bring with you 2 pieces at the same time and have to always think about having something else in your bag to carry. You can always carry everything and still get rid of this when you don't need it, and that's perfect like this. And there's many tripods where you cannot get rid of the central column, and I hate this. So that's why I got this tripod, and so far I'm very happy with it. Well, there is still 2 points specifically that I like less, let's say. I don't dislike it, but it's something that I would prefer to have differently. First, I think I've seen it in other videos, and for me it's the same. It's mostly about the mount that you use. It's not the Arca Swiss mount, which I prefer because you can use it with way more accessories, and this one is mostly the one that also other brands use. This is not something that I'm used to, so everything that I have is not very well compatible with this. You always have to bring with you the attached plate to be sure it's compatible with it, but it's also compatible with other accessories that other brands sell, so it's mostly about what's the best for you. But the good thing is that they also give you another mount that you can replace, and you can attach any other ball head that you want on this, and that's what I did with my other tripod that was starting to fall apart. I just put the ball head and attach it to this, and I can use it with anything. It's just a little bit higher, it's not a big deal. It's still pretty compact. And the last point that I think is the worst for me, I would say, is the locker. You can push it to release it, and it's pretty good. So it's very simple to use, but it's also very simple to make a mistake and to have your camera falling from the tripod. Because, for example, we were going around the mountains and trying to climb in some places, and I was holding my camera like this. Okay, it's not the situation for every photographer, but if I didn't have the lock on, I could have just like holding the camera and pressing the button and having this falling. But that's what I feel, because Romain felt like it was Romain, who is holding the plant in front of me, was saying that for him it doesn't seem like bothering that much, but I think it's because I have a way to use a tripod way more on the go. So this is something that I not like that much, and I prefer the screw. At least there is no way that you unscrew your camera, I think. One of the good things that Romain told me, it would be a very good idea if you pull it instead of pushing it to release the camera. There is way less chance to pull the little trigger here by mistake. So I think it would be a pretty good way to upgrade this tripod in the future. It's getting pretty cold. And one of the good things with this tripod is that you have screw mount directly integrated into the tripod. You have two, so you can mount different accessories only with one size. I've seen other tripods using two different sizes, but it's the most common, and you can easily attach accessories like a light and start vlogging by yourself if you don't have friends. But trust me, it's better if you have friends. One of the very good points that I didn't see in most tripods is this Allen key that you get with you all the time, where at least This is the kind of thing that you always lost and you never know exactly if you have to bring it or no. And having it in the tripod and not to have to worry about it is a very good thing. Also, another details, you can get the spike for the foot of the tripod, but it's not directly integrated. You need to change it always if you want to use one or the other. And I have another tripod where you just have to screw it to get them out of the tripod, and I think it's the best way because once again it's something that you never have to think about. It's in the tripod and when you need it, it's ready to be used. And to have to change it always, it's always a little bit annoying to have. You saw me enough in this video, so I will let you with this landscape. I hope you liked the video. Thanks a lot for Romain for helping me, because it's always way easier to have someone else with you to record the video. Thanks for Brian, I don't know where he's here, to to scout the area, to tell us where to go, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks a lot for Neewer for sending me this. That will be a good use for me. Don't forget to subscribe and see you next time. Ciao. Lève-toi et marche.